Good day, everyone. Today, I will present the third model of teaching literature known as the personal growth model. This model focuses on the learner and explains how literature helps students grow emotionally, intellectually, and socially. Instead of treating literature as only an academic subject, this model views it as a tool for personal development. So, introduction. Teaching literature has different models that shape how students read and interpret text. Some approaches focus on structure and language, while others focus on the learner. The personal growth model emphasizes the student's emotional, intellectual, and moral development through literature. So, there are many ways to teach literature. Some methods focus on grammar, structure, or historical context. These approaches are important, but they often focus more on the text than the reader. The personal growth model shifts attention to the students. It recognizes the literature can influence how learners think, feel, and understand the world. It emphasizes personal meaning and life connection. So, next definition. The personal growth model is a learner centered approach that treats literature as a way to understand oneself. Students are encouraged to reflect on their emotions, beliefs, and experiences while reading. Learning becomes meaningful when students connect the text to their real lives. Instead of asking only, "What does the story mean?" students also ask, "What does this mean to me?" So, this model is also supported by several educational theories. So, first is the reader response theory. This explains that meaning is created when readers interact personally with the text. Next is the humanistic education, which also focuses on emotional and moral development. Then, next is the constructivist learning. It suggests that students build knowledge through their own experiences. So, together, these theories support active and personal engagement with literature. So, these are the core principles of the personal growth model. So, the core principle is that the reader's experience matters. Then, students are encouraged to interpret text in their own way as long as they support their ideas. Then, emotional engagement is important because feelings help deepen understanding. And then, reflection allows students to examine their values and identity. So, literature becomes a mirror that helps learners understand themselves. Next is the goals. So, the personal growth model aims to develop the whole learner. It builds empathy by helping students understand different perspectives. It strengthens critical thinking by encouraging reflection. It also promotes self expression and ethical awareness. And then, most importantly, it develops a lifelong appreciation for literature as a source of learning and personal insight. So, what is the role of the teacher in this model? So, the teacher is a facilitator rather than a lecturer. So, the teacher guides discussion, asks reflective questions, and encourages respectful dialogue. A safe classroom environment is important so students feel comfortable sharing personal ideas. The teacher supports growth instead of focusing only on correct answers. What is also the role of the students? So, students play an active role in learning. They share personal insights, reflect on their own experiences, and listen to others. Also, they are encouraged to respect different opinions. So, learning becomes collaborative, and students help each other build understanding. Next, teaching strategies. So, teachers use reflective strategies such as journals, open-ended questions, personal essays, and small group discussions. These activities encourage students to think deeply and connect literature to their own lives. So the focus is engagement and reflection, not memorization or simple recall. So here is an example of application. So this is a short story entitled The Missed Bus. So it is about a student learns responsibility after making a mistake. So after reading, students answer reflective questions like what lesson from this story applies to your own life? So this activity allows students to analyze the text while exploring their emotions, choices, and personal values. So literature becomes a guide for real life growth. Okay, next is the benefits. So the personal growth model increases emotional engagement and empathy. Students improve communication skills by sharing ideas. It also encourages independent thinking and deeper reflection. And most importantly, it makes literature meaningful and relevant to everyday life. So, conclusion. So, the personal growth model transforms literature into a tool for understanding. It develops the whole learner intellectually, emotionally, and socially. And this approach highlights the power of literature to shape identity and lifelong learning. So, in conclusion, the personal growth model focuses on the learner's inner development. It shows that literature is not only something to study, but something to experience. Through reflection and personal connection, students grow emotionally, intellectually, and socially. This model helps learners become thoughtful readers and responsible individuals.